Hi, this is Bruce from the Pros Closet. Today we're going to take a look at the Santa Cruz Blur CC and Tallboy CC. These bikes are both 29er full suspension carbon mountain bikes. The Blur is more of a full-on XC race bike, while the Tallboy is sort of a short travel trail bike. We're going to take a look at the differences, figure out which bike might be better for you. They're both fast and capable, but let's take a closer look. So the Blur is a traditional 100mm XC bike. It has 100mm of travel front and rear. The Tallboy has 110mm of travel in the rear with a 120mm fork. Both bikes use Fox Float DPS shocks. The Blur has a lighter, more XC-focused Fox 32 step-cast fork. The Tallboy uses a burlier Fox 34 fork. The Blur is going to be slightly lighter and more efficient, while the Tallboy is going to handle bigger hits and rougher trails. Both bikes use Santa Cruz's VPP suspension system. It has a solid rear triangle with 2 counter-rotating links. It helps prevent bobbing and squatting, giving you a good, solid pedaling platform. The main difference you'll notice between the two bikes is that the Blur has an additional upright on the drive side of the rear triangle. The Tallboy does not. The Blur is built a bit lighter, and the additional upright gives the rear end a bit more stiffness to compensate. The Blur and Tallboy CC X01 builds are very similar. The Blur will weigh in around 23 pounds or less. The Tallboy is going to be around 26 to 27 pounds. A lot of the difference in weight is in the frames, but the Blur, also being more XC focused, has a lighter fork and lighter wheels. The Blur has Santa Cruz Reserve 25 carbon wheels. The Tallboy has Santa Cruz Reserve 27 carbon wheels. The number represents the internal width in millimeters. The Tallboy's 27mm wheels are more trail focused, while the Blur's 25mm wheels are more XC focused. The Blur also does not come standard with a dropper post. It instead uses Syntace's P6 High Flex post. The Tallboy comes standard with a RockShox reverb dropper. Both bikes have been modernized with longer reaches and slacker head tubes. The head tube of the Tallboy is 1 degree slacker at 68 degrees versus 69 for the Blur. It should give it slightly better handling downhill. The Blur seat tube is 1 degree steeper, 74 degrees versus 73, which should put you in a better climbing position. The Blur generally will have lower stack, so you can achieve a lower, racier position. So which bike is for you? If you're about pedaling hard, doing big climbs, maybe hunting KOMs, the Blur is going to be a great option. It's an XC race bike, so it's going to be great for XC racing, marathon and endurance racing. It'll help you cover huge distances really fast. It's light and stiff, and with the modern geometry, it's going to be able to step up and tackle a technical trail here and there. But if you're more of a trail rider, out to have fun, the Tallboy might be the better option. It has a little more travel, so it's a little more forgiving. It lets you take bigger hits. It lets you ride slightly more difficult trails. If you're going to be hitting the ground more, the Tallboy might be a better option because it's built a little burlier. If you don't need a big bike, but you don't want to be limited by a traditional XC race bike, then that might be the one to choose. If you have any questions, our ride guides are here 7 days a week. These two bikes and more are available at theproscloset.com.